All right, guys, welcome back to the what episode is this? The fourth episode. Fourth
I believe
episode
so.
Fourth episode. Welcome
of
back.
J.A.B. Sports. Right now, we are coming to you from a Monday Night Football where we got Arizona versus the Dallas Cowboys, where it's
Good
just
game
heartache
so
after heartache. But anyway, let's jump into some of the shit we saw this weekend. Let's jump in straight. Sorry, guys, I gotta get my one cuss word in video. So let's jump straight into the Bengals defense here.
Garbage.
You all
Terrible.
can start that conversation.
Describe them as Swiss cheese. Holes everywhere. Can't stop the run. Can't stop the pass when needed. They're fighting for last with the Dallas Cowboys on the worst defense this season.
Yes. Who's worse, the Dallas Cowboys or the Bengals?
I think I'm not going to make a decision until after this game. I think, but so far I think it's the Cowboys. But it's close. But anyways, back to the Bengals defense. I'll add a little bit.
He missed.
No, he made it.
Fuck. I thought he missed it. God, that looked like he missed it.
They can't cover or anything. The only thing that they do well is they are not heavily penalized. But last week they really struggled with that. They can't tackle, which is their biggest issue out of everything. They can't wrap up, make the easy tackles, and don't make smart decisions when the ball carrier has the ball, and that's why they are so bad.
Yeah, they just, like Chase Brown said, just need one stop. When you can't get one stop, when your team literally makes up 15 points in a minute.
Joe Flacco threw for 470 yards, man. Like that's ridiculous.
470 yards. What was it? Four? Was it four
Yeah,
or five touchdowns?
Yeah,
4 touchdowns.
yeah, I think four.
Touchdowns. He did throw his first pick with the Bengals,
Yeah,
which
but
honestly, imagine
that's
they didn't throw that.
good.
If they didn't throw that interception, if he didn't throw that interception, it could have been. But dude, that defense is. I think they should. You personally, I don't think you should ever hire a defensive coordinator from college. That's only been a college defensive coordinator.
Well,
Personally,
he was with the Bengals in 2015. He was our linebacker coach um, on that good team, but they they didn't really look at the market good enough, I think. Um, but they just went to something easy and safe, and
a
someone
lot of money.
who's familiar with the team. But yeah, that's what I think they did with Al Golden.
Is there tomorrow's the trade deadline, and so this will be posted after the trade deadline. So this is gonna, obviously be able to be seen if they do make a trade. But do you all think the Bengals make a trade at all? Do you think they trade Trey Hendrickson? Do they trade Trey Hendrickson? Do they try just to get draft capital and just say, screw it, this is our defense. We're just gonna rock with it, even though there's no hope. Basically, I mean, there is some hope. I mean, who do they play out of the? They play the Steelers when they come back from the bye week, and then who do they play after that? It's like I know they have
Let's
three
see.
easier games at the end of the year. They play like the Dolphins,
For
the Cardinals, and
the rest of their schedule is
Browns.
Steelers, Patriots, Ravens, Bills, Ravens, Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns.
Okay, so until the last 3 weeks, there are no basic easier games.
No, which we
Well, with
should have won
with
the last two.
with this defense, none of these games are easy.
Except maybe that Browns game, because that offense is buns. Even though Quentin Junkins though is the only offense.
But the Browns, the only thing that's gonna be iffy is if because Dylan Gabriel has had some success, not a lot, with
Should Doral be the quarterback?
holding down.
Yeah, he will be.
But that Browns defense entered rivalry games, always play good defense against each other, no matter how bad either team is. I mean, the Bengals defense against Steelers, Bengals, both of those defenses were great, but horrendous at the same time. Bengals made plays, but they still gave up like 35 points.
Yeah,
There's no real for the Bengals this year. There's no real gimme wins at all. You would assume that the Jets was a gimme win, was not. You would assume that the Bears was going to be more of a gimme win, it was not. So
Bro, you honestly think about it, the Bengals should be 5-4 right now. beating the Jets, and honestly, yeah,
But
they should be
don't
easy.
live in that world, unfortunately.
They should be like 7-2. Honestly, if Joe Burrow was healthy, but he's healthy every other year, so that means next year he should be, knock on wood, tearing it up in the league again.
They need they need to put grass in Paul Brown Stadium.
But
They need to put
look,
grass in all
getting
the
away,
fields.
this kind of goes on to the trade talks about. God dang it, Cavante Turpin, catch the ball, you freaking. Oh, all right. Now, anyway, going on to the Cowboys, but this also concerns the Bengals and trading. Um, watching the game, watching the pre-show on ESPN here. Shout out ESPN. Um, they were saying that Jerry Jones made a trade, but they're not announcing it until tomorrow. So, do we think who it is? Is it what do they have to give up? Who do we think it is? Could it be Trey Hendrickson? You know, is that why Trey Hendrickson didn't play Sunday against the Bears?
I think it could be. Um, Also, it could be Jerry Jones just being stupid and getting a smaller, minute upgrade, which is still better maybe at the end of the day. But um, he he could be, but I could also see him realistically being a Dallas Cowboy by tomorrow. I think he'd be more draft pick compensated instead of player. Um, I don't know if we're ever going to come to a deal as a front office with him. Unfortunately, we should, but
I mean,
I think it's better to get something from him than nothing. So
if we're looking at it, like let's honestly think about it. Would Jerry Jones be the guy to go balls to the wall and get like a Miles Garrett,
maybe,
or would he be balls to the wall? I mean, dude, looking at the Eagles, bro. Holy crap! Oh
yeah,
my god.
trade central,
What about dude? They got
They're
Jalen
definitely
Phillips now. They
yeah,
have
for a third.
bro. They're just making trades, bro. Did you hear Alexander, bro? It's
well,
getting annoying.
this season isn't going the way the Eagles planned it to go. At least not as easy as they would have thought. So I
We need
mean,
to figure out
it makes
Saquon's hurt or
sense
not.
for them to,
I don't think he is.
especially on that defensive side, they are struggling more in the passing than what they usually do. So I mean, the trade for Alexander isn't necessarily it's a smart one on their part because everybody knows he can be an elite corner. He just was either hurt or had some like mental like issues with coaches or something with the Ravens. He didn't really play. His last few seasons with the Packers, he was hurt, but when he's healthy, everybody knows he can be a top premier corner in this league.
Yeah, he can be.
You good,
Oh
Blake?
my gosh,
I don't think he's alive.
bro. Anyway, but nobody else has any ideas about what the thing. I think it would be either Trey Hendrickson or Miles Garrett. Now it might end up just being like a freaking third string defensive tackle from like.
I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be Miles Garrett. He dug his own grave whenever he signed his extension in Cleveland. I'm not saying no one should feel bad for him, but that's what he wanted to do initially. So he could have went anywhere he wanted, but there he is over there in Cleveland still.
I mean, dude, there's countless things we could talk about with the Dallas Cowboys messing up. Paying Dak Prescott $60 million a year is kind of a joke. You know, trading Micah Parsons is a terrible decision. It's when your players just have to realize, all right, hey, we want to win. Let's not get paid $60 million a year, or let's not get paid $34 million a year for CeeDee Lamb, or Micah Parsons. Hey, let's not get paid $40 million a year. Let's actually be able to afford to have good pieces around us because, dude, our offensive line. Don't get me wrong. We paid Deron Bland. We paid Tyler Smith. But, like, the rest of our O-line's young. We're going to have to pay them. The defense, honestly, besides Deron Bland, and I really don't care if we keep or trade anybody else. Maybe Odigizua. Maybe we can keep. I like him as a D tackle, but everybody else, I would be like, all right, we'll trade everybody. I don't care. Start from scratch on there.
What about that Billy Rango fella? How do you feel about him?
Who?
Who's that free agent corner that you guys signed? Just signed.
I haven't seen him. We had like 7, dude. We drafted 2. Haven't seen him play. Carson from last year has been hurt. He hasn't been playing yet. Trayvon Diggs is on freaking IR. Ron Bland is looking like a shell of himself because of Eberflus's freaking scheme, his booty cheeks. I just personally can't. I personally cannot think of anything when we're talking
I
about the whole.
agree alone.
You know what? Let's get off the Cowboys because we'll probably end up talking about them here in a little bit anyway because they're playing right now. Their defense is about to do something probably freaking horrendous. But let's talk about MVP. Did Daniel Jones play himself out of the first place in MVP?
Yeah, I think he did first
And
place.
did Sam Darnold play his way into the first?
I think Daniel Jones definitely went down. Darnold, I think, kind of stayed around that top 3-4 range. But I think Daniel Jones kind of showed a little bit of his old self, and that they never really got into a groove offensively. Albeit it's a great Steelers defense on paper. They haven't really played a whole lot up to it this year, but they did versus the Colts. So I think that's just maybe more of a little back to reality step for the Colts. Maybe more than Daniel Jones struggling.
Yes. Right, sack. Is Josh Allen in the top two now because of his performance against the Chiefs?
I honestly think Josh Allen's top right now, and Sam Darnold at number 2. And then there's a few people you can probably throw at number 3. If
Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, Matthew
Mayfield
Stafford
still.
this season, he's been
Stafford.
playing really well. I mean, not necessarily most people's pick, but I mean, for how the difference in the Patriots are playing, some people might even put Drake May in there with the season he's been having, kind of averaging over 200 plus yards a game with 2 or 3 touchdowns. Not saying he's in my top like 4 range, but I mean, some people who may be fans could have an argument there as well for him.
Those New Englanders love themselves some Drake May, man. I'll tell you that.
Drake May could,
It's
yeah.
like
But I mean,
up there.
this season though, he's definitely proving the love that they show him.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, talking about imagine having 20 years of Drake May, then or no 20 years of Tom Brady, and then having to deal with Mac Jones for a couple of years. Obviously, those
Mac Jones, and then Bailey Zapp,
yeah,
or is that Bailey?
But imagine being that franchise, dude, where you only have to be where you only been bad for what 40 straight years, and now you're back to being the Patriots.
Yeah,
Hey, that's a front office that knows what they're doing.
exactly.
Yes, you hire Mike Vrabel, bro. Like,
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's a professional. He's a real players coach. Great hiring. Is really bringing the team back up to where they belong.
great everything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves playing for him.
Yep, truly a players coach.
Truly is a baby girl. I mean, Drake May. I mean, the Patriots. They hold that. They hold a game over the Bills because they beat the Bills.
Yep.
But I believe they play here soon. But let's stay on the NFL topic here still. Let's go to. I have it written down here. Where is it? Oh, let's talk about the Panthers. Are they a playoff team?
Well, I guess they played like it. They played like it when they. Who'd they play?
Are you talking about last week, like this past week?
They played the Packers. They just beat
played
the
the
Packers
Packers.
16-13 when everybody's been hyping up about
Yeah.
Jordan Love and that offense.
Bryce Young, I said, is always a serviceable quarterback. He's another one of those real leaders in the locker room. Has seen him inside the huddle a couple times, mic'd up, and it's fun watching him cheering all his guys on. Such a positive guy. Love everything he does. They have a pretty decent team. I feel like they can make it, but there are still a few key weapons off, and the Packers are the worst 5-2-1 team of all time. Man, they can't be consistent. They can't find it.
I think Panthers, they might be a sneaky pick in, but that offense still has a lot to discover. I mean, this last game was more their defense beat the Packers more than their offense did, but their offense got it done when it needed to get done. Is because, I mean, Bryce Young did only have like barely over 100 yards of passing. But you have Rico Dottle rushing for over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns on the opposite side of the ball. I mean, on the run game. So, I mean, you don't necessarily, if you can run the ball at will with no issue, you don't need the passing. You're going to run the clock, you're going to run it down their throats, and the defense can prove that they can hold. But I think an issue with the Packers team, I don't think that head coach is trusting Jordan Love enough to be able to create offense within that talented roster. If you see a lot of their games, it's a lot of screen plays. You're not letting Jordan Love have a chance to thread some needles through some defenses or anything. So, I mean, I think the Packers' issue is that they need to open up that playbook for Jordan Love some more. And I believe then they'll see some more consistency out of that offense because you don't know they're going to be unpredictable at that point.
A lot of checkdowns for the Packers.
Yes.
This past weekend.
Is Jordan Love hurt? To where the coach says they're not saying anything?
I don't think so. I don't know. They need to, like Jalen's been saying, open up.
They obviously have a good defense, though. They obviously have a great defense. It's just their offense.
They have a great defense. They have one of the best defenses in the league. They just won't let that offense open up to what they need to. Let's see.
I mean, do we think they could get? I mean, dude, the NFC is so stacked, top to bottom. The Panthers make the playoffs would be hard because I mean,
right now they are 9th.
Yep.
You have the Eagles, the Rams, the 49ers, the Lions, the Packers, the Bears, the Vikings. You can't rule out anymore. You can't rule out the whole NFC North. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, they're all still in it.
That's 7 I just named.
Mm-hmm.
The Buccaneers, I don't think I've named.
No, I don't
That's
think.
8. Bro, like, right there is 8 teams. Then you talk about the Panthers. But then you also have to talk about, I forgot about the Seahawks. I didn't say the
Eagles.
Seahawks.
Eagles.
So right now, the playoff picture
the Panthers
today,
might be like the 11th best team, and they might end the year with 10-6.
like the
10-7.
playoff picture today would be Eagles, Buccaneers, Seahawks, Packers, Rams, 49ers, Lions in that order. But
Panthers are making the division. They're winning.
Wow, Marvin Harrison
the Panthers
touchdown.
the Panthers are 5-4, and the Lions are 5-3 at the 7th seed.
That's crazy. Stacked. Touchdown.
There's a chance that they can sneak in there because the Bears are 5-3 after the if the Bears lost instead of won, Panthers would be 8, and then the only other team that has 5 wins is the Packers, and they're the 4th seed just because they're in a different division. Mm-hmm. So they're obviously going to have a top 4. The Rams, 49ers are 6-2 and 6-3. Lions is 5-3, so they're only one. They're a half a game above the Panthers. And then there's a lot of football left. You have the Vikings at 4-4, trending in the right direction. So I mean, there's still a lot of teams that can still compete.
Yeah.
In that NFC.
Yeah, J.J. McCarthy didn't look too bad last game.
If he can do what he did last game and just control the tempo and this pace of the football game, he doesn't need to be like a highlight scoring quarterback.
He'll be all right.
That defense, their defense is good. They can hold teams when they need to hold teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lions lost me money.
But then you have, on the AFC side, if the season ended today, you have the Colts, Patriots, Broncos, Steelers, Bills, Chargers, and Jags. Talk about not hearing about the Patriots and Jags being in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts.
Yeah, the Patriots, I feel like, can make a deep run this year.
They could definitely make a deep run.
If they get a good side of the bracket, good seeding, they could definitely defeat 2 teams to get to the conference championship, depending on their division or not, of course.
Funny thing is, the Chiefs are the 8th seed with a 67% chance of getting in at 5-4. The Texans are 3-5 with a 27% chance to get in. And the Ravens are 3-5 with a 50% chance of getting in.
You talk about a heartbreaker for the Texans, bro. I think the Texans are a good team. They've been kind of screwed over this year. I mean, they lost really close games. Dude, they would have beat the Broncos if C.J. Stroud didn't get a concussion.
Yeah,
probably.
I feel like they've been hosed too, but their offensive line has been absolutely horrible. They're sort of finding it a little bit, but again, just horrible loss last game out. They just CJ Stroud and concussion protocol. I mean, it's just not their season, unfortunately for the Texans. So they do have a good roster.
It just sucks to see, man.
It does.
But let's talk about this whopper of a Thursday night football game that we have between the Broncos
Yeah.
and the Raiders. Brock Bowers had a great game yesterday, having
Shout out
3 receiving touchdowns. The Raiders elected to go for 2 after they scored in overtime for the win. And
Jerome Lane got cooked, man.
nuts, bro.
Man. All right.
We're letting Jacoby Brissett dot us up. I wanted to go to this game in person.
It would have been a decent game to get to.
Monday Night Football. Go,
Ooh,
come on.
nice
God
and
dang.
one by James Harden.
All right.
All right, yeah.
Let's
Thursday
get
night.
into our betting now. Let's
For
talk
Thursday.
about our betting for Thursday Night Football. So
We
once again,
love-
everybody,
we
talk
love-
about our betting segments here in each part of our podcast.
We love betting.
We love betting, even though we've won one bet this whole year.
Hey, I've been 100% so far.
All right, now
Every week, follow what I
Thursday
say.
Night Football, our usual Thursday Night Football lays here, people. I'm going to go first. I'm picking J.K. Dobbins 50-plus rushing yards. That could be low, but I'm picking 50 as right now. I don't see the lines yet since it's Monday, but I'm going to stick with 50.
All right.
Maybe end up getting 50.
So I'm going to go, again, another one that's probably pretty capable of happening. Brock Bowers touchdown. I say continues his dominance. Even against a good Denver defense, he's just hard to stop wherever he is.
And then mine is I'm going to take the spread of the Broncos at 9.5 because I think this Raiders offense was a fluke of a game. They're not going to put up 30 points. I'm at 29 points, 30 points in back-to-back weeks. I don't think it's going to happen. But we definitely know the Broncos can score high points when there's and that defense really has nobody stopping them. So let's take the spread of 9.5. We'll hope to continue this 100% streak on Thursday nights.
Can we finally win an NFL bet?
Can we?
This is it.
Soon.
This be the game, bro. The Denver Broncos versus the Raiders. But all right.
I beat Cam for you.
Yeah, I know. That's really clutch. I'm now solidified 4th in our league. Crazy to say.
You're welcome.
Now,
Thank you, Brock Bowers.
Let's jump to college football here. Alex, you were talking about the rankings on our stream yesterday. Not a whole lot has changed. Texas did go from 20 to 13th.
Yep.
Throw it.
That's like the biggest riser.
So, Alex, you want to talk about that a little bit? Some of the college rankings, some of the dips and drops, and
Yeah, 1 second. Let me.
well, here, then while you're looking that up real quick, let me know when you get it up. But obviously, the top 3 stayed the same: Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M. People were talking about Indiana jumping Ohio State, just simply because of how they've been dominating teams. And I love seeing both of that. I love seeing 2 of the schools that I root for. It'll be I really do hope that both teams last it out and do end up being in the Big Ten championship game. It would be great to see. Great for the Heisman race between Fernando Mendoza and Julian Sayin possibly. But let's send it off to Alex right here. Alex, let's hear some of these rankings.
All right. Well, I'll just list you the top 25 here. To let you know up front, I'm going 1 to 25, and the first 7 did not change from last week. So 1's Ohio State, then you have Indiana, Texas A&M, Bama, Georgia at 5, Oregon, Ole Miss, BYU, who is up 2 after their win. Texas Tech is 9. They're up 4 from their win. Notre Dame, after their win, goes up to 10, and they're up 2 spots. Oklahoma beats Tennessee. They move up to 11. They're 7-2. Virginia moves up after their win. Texas gets a good win. They move up from to 13, from 20. Louisville is up to 14. Vandy's down 6 from their loss from Texas. Georgia Tech, surprising loss. They're down 8 spots. I've talked about Hayden's King a lot on here and how much I love him as a quarterback. They got to fight back and hopefully win some more games. Anyway, Utah beats Cincinnati, another top 25 team, so they move up 7 spots. Miami loses again, shockingly, and they move down to 18. Mizzou stays at 19. USC is at 20. They're up 3. Michigan stays at 21. Memphis is up 3. Tennessee goes down 9 after their loss to Oklahoma. Washington goes up from non-ranked, and UC drops 8 to 25 after their loss to Utah. So nothing immediately jumps out to me as surprising. Anything you guys think?
Georgia Tech still in the ACC championship race.
Let's see here. They should be, yeah.
Oh, Chris Paul just got pinned on the rim.
Nobody else. Wait, you said they are still in the race?
Let's see. I'm looking.
Who else is in the ACC? I mean, Miami's there. Georgia Tech, Virginia, Louisville.
Yeah.
Dude, a Louisville versus Virginia.
That might be a great game, man. That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy to hear. But anyway, continuing on that path, we can, dude. Does Texas A&M play anybody good for the rest of the season, or they already played theirs?
They play.
One this week.
Yeah, they play
You picked them to win.
I know I did. No, I know who they play this week.
Missouri.
Yeah, they play Missouri.
Yeah.
Do they play like Bama or anybody?
Let's see.
Just a little heads up while Jalen looks. Virginia is first in the conference. Georgia Tech and Pitt are tied for second. Louisville is tied for third. There are 4 teams with 1 loss, 2 teams with 5, 2 teams with 4, and then Virginia has no losses.
Dang, son.
They played Texas. Their
Competitive.
last game of the week. Last game of the season.
They're playing good.
Season.
That'd be a good game.
Yeah.
Arch Manning. Oh, we can talk about that. Arch Manning's starting to look more and more like Arch Manning now.
Yeah, he's starting to settle in, really. Hopefully he can put 2 games back-to-back that are good. He struggled with that this year. But love to see it for him. A lot of pressure on his shoulders, so I guarantee you first full year starting, he's still trying to get his bearings a little bit.
Hey, I talked about a little bit of that last week.
State, breaking his career high, and then the way he looked versus Vandy was great.
Yep.
Yeah, they unfortunately sold my Vanderbilt bet, so. But it happens.
But we can talk about that. Now, since Alex already mentioned it, I did pick Texas A&M in our college football parlay. Jalen picked Vandy again, hoping Vandy can get him out of the doghouse here.
They're going to give me one again.
Ferguson. Oh, my God. That's my fantasy tight end, bro. What the hell?
Bro, what has he been doing the past 2 weeks?
Who knows?
Bro, this is just the Cowboys, bro. It's just
Dallas Cowboys being the Dallas Cowboys.
and Alex picked Oregon to beat Iowa. I picked Texas A&M to beat Missouri. And then Jalen picked Vandy to beat Auburn. Surprisingly, Vandy isn't that favored in it as I thought they would be.
And Oregon's not that favorite either. So that'll be a good game to watch. I'm pretty sure it's at Iowa.
We got Iowa top 10 defense, man.
Yeah. Always have a good one.
Always do. They're always solid. They're always there. It's just our offense is always
Questionable.
always slacking, man.
We got to make the viewers sweat a little bit. You got to make them sweat a little bit. Nothing gimme.
Yeah, exactly. No gimmies around here.
Bro, I'm projected to beat Max.
You was projected to beat Max by the end of yesterday.
Yeah, we
I
told
know that. No, it wasn't.
Yes, he was. We told you.
Josh Allen that was cooking.
Don't pull that I don't know, BS. We told you like
Blake,
4
we told you 4 times.
times yesterday, dude.
Well, bro, he had Josh Allen go the hell off.
Okay.
I mean, yes, he did. But you also had Drake London.
Yeah, because I'm a freaking god. I'm a god.
Okay, Blake.
I want everybody to suck it. Let's talk about crew. Let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about
No.
what does this mean?
No. There's no need.
All right, dial back. I'm back.
All right, I don't know what that was everybody.
College football predictions. Let's go ahead because the football season ends in literally
4
what
weeks.
is it? 2 more regular season weeks.
How depressing. I'm depressed.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
Yes. 2 or 3 more.
the last regular season game is November 28th,
So we got 3 weeks.
including this one. Yes.
No, well, we have.
I mean,
4
not
weeks.
including this
We
one.
have 4 weeks then, including this week. So we need predictions. Power Four. Who's in the championship? The Big Ten, the SEC, the ACC, and the Big 12. Who are in the conference championships?
Big Ten. You're probably going to be looking at Indiana, Ohio State.
Be a great game.
It would be a great game. They're not really facing too strong of competition heading into those weeks, so it's really going to be. I mean, other than Ohio State versus Michigan, because they always tend to what's the censored way of saying this? Fumble the bag against Michigan almost every single year. Hopefully, this is the year that they actually get over that hump.
I definitely couldn't agree more on that. Talking about the Ohio State versus Indiana, I'm pretty sure Alex would agree as well.
Mm-hmm.
The SEC, I think it is going to end up being Texas A&M probably versus Bama. Unless Texas A&M ends up losing to Texas, then it's probably going to be Bama versus Georgia for the 30th million freaking year. Dude, this Cowboy defense is so buns, bro. They can't stop anybody. They're so bad. This trade tomorrow
Alabama
better
football
be game
schedule.
changing because this is terrible. Our offense is sucking. We're the second best offense in the freaking league, and we can't stop the damn Cardinals with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. This is complete and utter bullcrap. God, this is terrible.
Alabama. I mean, there's no gimme. SEC. I can see it. Alabama, Texas A&M. But I mean, then again, there's no gimmies in the SEC because they still play LSU this week. Who's known? They just lost their head coach, but that's still a very talented roster. They play Oklahoma the week after. The third week they play Eastern Illinois, but then you also turn around and play Auburn, who's been known to be an upsetting team. So I mean, there's really no gimmies in the SEC.
SEC guy here. You're the one that does all the SEC. So what? Who's in the conference championship? Who we thinking's in the conference championship?
It's going to be Kentucky versus Mississippi State.
Oh.
Yep. I think it's going to be.
Yes.
It's going to be Georgia, Bama.
That's all I said. I said it could be Texas A&M versus.
Or Texas A&M, Georgia.
Unless it's Texas
Either two of those, honestly.
And then for the ACC, I mean,
I think it's going to be
Virginia versus Louisville.
I think it's going to be Georgia Tech versus Louisville.
I think it's going to be Georgia Tech.
So
Virginia is on a.
Think Virginia's going to lose?
Yes. Twice.
I think Louisville's going to get in there. They're trending in the right direction. I think it's going to be Georgia Tech coming off that one loss.
Best offense in the ACC.
That's the flag
I think
all day.
this is the perfect time for a loss for Georgia Tech. Kind of really reel them back in from going 8-0, knowing that they still have a talented roster, but they can be beaten on any given Saturday. So I think that was a crucial loss. So I think it's going to be Georgia Tech, Louisville.
Great pick.
And then, so what? We have the SEC, Big Ten.
Yeah, and then we got the Big 12. I think the Big 12 is going to end up being Texas Tech versus
BYU.
Or Utah. BYU might be able to hold on. I mean, they play this weekend. That's the funny thing, is Texas Tech plays BYU this weekend.
I mean, really, if you look at their ranking, if you look at their schedule, not the rankings, their overall records, they both can get a loss and still be in the top two.
Yes! Yes! Hold on! Oh my god, Cowboys blocked the punt! Fall on it, you fat ass! Yes!
Blake's really hype about them Cowboys blocking a singular punt. But yeah, Texas Tech loses. They have 2 losses, just matches the record of everybody else. The only thing difference is they'll have 2 conference record losses, which would be bad. So Cincinnati might be able to sneak in there if they keep playing well. But if BYU loses, it's still going to be BYU, Texas Tech at the top of the conference. So I'm assuming it's going to be both of those 2 schools.
I think it's going to be Texas Tech, BYU, with Texas Tech winning the division and the regular season conference as well. They're not going to lose again, I think.
BYU, they're favored to beat BYU this week. Actually, are pretty hefty. I think they're like money line wise, they're minus 380. It's plus 300 if you pick BYU to win.
Yeah.
Because they are in Texas Tech, so.
Yeah, BYU's a great college football team, but I just think Texas Tech is great.
Yeah.
We love them Mormons.
Yeah.
Soaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get off of that topic. Heisman.
Fernando Mendoza still.
Yep.
Same here.
I don't
Does
think it's
anybody
really
agree,
changed.
Though, if it is Ohio State versus Indiana in Big Ten, that game could be for the Heisman. Julian Sand is playing great.
Could be. Stanton's playing great. I don't know. It could be, but I do think Fernando's in the lead for it.
I do think Fernando's in the lead. Let's look at the stats real quick.
See, I think it could be, unless it's like a shootout, where it's like the defense. It's gonna like if it's whoever's defense gets a stop first. If it's like that, then at that point, whoever's in the lead should stay in the lead.
Yeah.
Like if you
Here,
have one quarterback for like 305 touchdowns, and then you have another quarterback for like 350 and 4 touchdowns. I don't think it should be on whoever wins. I think it just should be like whoever was in the lead at that point.
All right, here are Fernando Mendoza's stats right now. He has thrown a pick in each of the last 2 games, which was but all right, he has passed for 2,124 yards this season. But note to self, he hasn't played a lot of full games because Indiana just beats the living crap out of teams.
Yep.
That's the difference between I was talking to an Ohio State fan about this.
Was that yourself?
No, it was a different Ohio State fan. All right, they go. So we were talking, and he said Ohio State doesn't beat teams by as much as they probably should. And I said that's because Ryan Day, I feel like pulls he leaves it started in, but he pulls the foot off the gas. Whereas Kurt Cinetti will leave in his stars for a little bit, but then like Alberto Mendoza comes in, Fernando's little brother comes in, and they're still looking to score 100 points. Like it doesn't matter. But I mean, he has 2,124 passing yards, 25 touchdown passes, and 4 interceptions. Those are his stats for the season, and he has a 90 QBR, which is third in college football. And then look at this: Sand has 2,188 passing yards, 23 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and 90.9 QBR, which is first in all of college football. So you have third with Fernando Mendoza at 90, exactly 90.
Mm-hmm.
Julian Sand has 64 more passing yards. And Fernando Mendoza has 2 more passing touchdowns and 1 more interception. It's a very close race, dude. That Big Ten championship game could literally predict this.
It could.
I wouldn't be mad about either. Dude, Fernando Mendoza, Julian Sand is 6'1", 208 pounds. Fernando is 6'5", 225. That dude is an NFL quarterback, bro.
What would be ironic is the defense on both teams make the QB struggle so much. Ty Simpson comes out of nowhere and
comes back and wins it.
Back and wins it.
Yeah, you could.
have 2 top 3 defenses just going at each other in the Big Ten championship game, bro. That'd be nuts. But you have, dude. Somebody was saying this. They're a Dolphins fan. They want the Dolphins to not win a single game. Trade whoever, get draft picks, and trade up and get Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
He's from Miami.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Trade 2 to the Raiders.
a lot of people have him mocked at number 1 or 2 or 3, top 3 overall, first quarterback taken in mock drafts that I've watched from some guys that are pretty well respected. So it's fun seeing him up there, up on top there. Him and Ty Simpson usually just alternate, honestly.
Oh no, I can't wait for conference football.
Talking about Miami QB, Carson Beck, what is going on with him back there?
He is falling apart. It is.
He's showing his true colors.
It is weird to see from what we saw at Georgia and the first 2 games at Miami. Just a completely different quarterback, unfortunately. They still have a slight chance, I think, of getting in. but they really need to fix everything they're doing, and it starts with Carson Beck.
Did y'all see his comments on what he said about his interceptions?
Yeah,
About how he executed the play. He was just doing what the coach calls for. Yet both execution and plays resulted in picks.
yeah. Shocker. I mean, he's got a black Lamborghini though. It's pretty cool. We don't have one of them.
No, we don't.
Alright.
We don't. I mean, whatever he's doing, I mean,
Good for
salute
him.
to him for having a black Lamborghini, but
He's got that South Beach money.
I mean, he did fumble a cadaver twin, so
Cavender.
Cavender twin, not cadaver. Sorry, my pronunciation is bad.
They dude, Lindsay's pissing me. I forgot to post her on her birthday.
Wow, maybe you should
We
have.
were so busy,
Guys.
bro. I forgot.
Guys,
Anyway.
say rip in the chat for Blake.
Yeah, everyone comment Rip on the video.
Girls, I'm dead. Let's move on to the next topic. Let's talk about the World
Being
Series.
a bad boyfriend.
Let's talk about the best MLB team, the Dodgers. Clayton Kershaw retiring as a three-time World Series champ.
Yep,
Multiple awards. Don't want to name them all.
a lot.
NL MVP, like 3 Cy Youngs, whatever.
I thought we weren't naming them all.
I wasn't naming them all. That's just some. All right, now, Dodgers. I'm gonna go ahead and lock it in. They're winning the World Series again next year.
You think they're gonna three-peat?
Dude, they're the best team in the MLB.
Yeah, hard to compete with their money. I don't know. I could see it being the Yankees. I could see the Mariners there, the Blue Jays, but
I
yeah,
never want to see the Yankees.
I hope it's not the Yankees, but I could see them there.
Yeah. I mean, it is like Alex said, hard to compete with all that. What they have like $1 billion contract or something like that. Like,
$100 bajillion.
like
Let me see.
throughout the whole team.
How
But
much money-
I think it's interesting for baseball. Like baseball of all sports is like the one is like there's no cap. It's probably the one sport that does need a cap limit of like they're trying to set a low limit rather than a cap limit, which I think is a major issue because then you let the smaller franchises won't have a chance to compete no matter what.
Yeah, I'd like to add on to that.
Bro.
They need to establish a salary floor.
Yes.
That is, teams need to spend a certain amount of money in order to be like not penalize an official MLB team. There needs to be a floor across the league. Don't even want to begin to guess. That's up for people who are smart and in the MLB to decide. But there needs to be a floor for where each team isn't tanking, and they need to
Every single year.
spend a certain amount of money. That'll make it a lot better. They do not need a salary cap. That'll ruin it for everybody. There's a new CBA, I think, being agreed on next year, so we'll see if there's going to be a lockout the following year or not over that. But hopefully they just establish a salary floor, but it seems like they're going towards the owners are obviously going towards a cap because they're being greedy.
This kind of isn't about the salary cap or anything, but there was a commentator talking about the MLB specifically getting rid of player props on bets. How do you think that would affect not just MLB, but going into that's probably going to, if that, say that does get extended, like agreed on to where it's just straight money lines on the MLB, how do you think it's going to go to like the NBA, NFL? How's that going to affect everything money wise? Because I think, in my opinion, I think player props is a problem. It's like a problem with sports because you're now letting players control what they can and can't do rather than give it by setting a limit of what they need to get rather than I just need my team to win no matter what, whether I score this many points or don't score this many points. I don't ever have to worry about what's in the back of my mind. Yes, a professional player is not supposed to worry about that anyways, but when you have millions of fans saying, I need 25 points out of you tonight, or I'm not going to like you, or I'm going to boo you, there's obviously a lot of turmoil and thoughts going into that as a player.
Yeah, I think that we'll see the end of player props for all sports here soon. We just saw the crazy news with the NBA with Chauncey Billups with the Mafia poker ring and Terry Rozier and a few other players. There will be more coming down in the next few weeks. I already know. But I think we'll see the end of player props, and it'll just be money lines for all the major sports here in America.
That would suck. I hate that. That would suck.
Great announcement.
Would that suck as a bettor or would that suck as a fan?
Well, I don't think it wouldn't really affect me, honestly. Like, it's obviously fun to watch player props, but like betting on the wins and losses, I think is still fun.
Yes,
Yeah,
but I think
betting on the wins and losses is fun and all, but it's
because I think
too, where it's like,
as
oh
a
my gosh, I need Devin Booker to hit 3 threes tonight.
see when as a fan, I think when you get rid of player props, you're getting rid of. You might lose a few watchers, but you're getting rid of people who aren't watching people for the right reasons. You have people watching the games for, oh, I need this player to score 20 points. Or they're watching their phones on gambling apps rather than actually watching the game itself. So when they don't score 20 points, they're going to say, oh, this player is terrible because he didn't score 20 points, when in fact he scored 15, but instead of having his average of 8 assists, he now has average of 12. He put up 12, 15 assists that game, when they're saying, oh, this player is bad because he didn't score that many points. I think you're not watching for the right reason. So as a fan, I think getting rid of player props is a good thing. But obviously, if you're making money, if you're making a career out of bets, that's going to be a bad thing in the long run.
Yeah, side note, all ticket prices should be 15 to 20% lower than what they are right now. It's an absolute scam.
What is?
Ticket prices for all sports.
I said 15 to 20% lower than they are right now, at least.
No, it's ridiculous how expensive these are.
Yeah, lower all ticket prices.
Well, I personally think you shouldn't be making money off the tickets themselves. I feel like you should be making the money off of the...
He's going to say the concessions and have a $30 popcorn, $25 drinks.
Well, you know who also owns all the concessions in every single NFL stadium?
Yeah, you're a terrible owner.
Yeah, my terrible owner does. So he makes money off of every NFL team.
My terrible owner does too.
Which terrible owner, Alex? The Reds or the Bengals?
Both. They're both horrible people. They're both horrible people. College basketball are picks for college basketball.
I know last week we talked about like the Celtics looking weird and they still look bad. MVP, I still think is going to end up being Luka right now. Luka's looking phenomenal. Got his first triple-double yesterday. First game he didn't score 40, but he, still had a triple-double.
Let's see.
Wemby looks like an absolute freak. He's going every award every year for the rest of the eternity of life. He looks great.
Chicago's number 2 in the East right now.
Yeah, that's a shock. The Bulls are undefeated.
Talking about records and stuff, I think it's time to get rid of the play-in games. I think you're back to an 82 game season. Too many games as it is. I mean, 82 is a lot. Now, these are professional players. They used to do it back in the day all the time, but it's a lot faster now. But the play-in was for COVID when the season was shortened and you had teams with tied records and stuff like that. I think it's time to get rid of the play-in games. I think it's right back to go to an 8-team conference playoffs. There's no reason to have that 10th and 9th seed play, because now you're having, rather than half the conference in the playoffs, you have 3/4. So you're not really playing for 8th anymore to get that. You're not chasing that 42 season game record. You're more like chasing like a 35.
Yeah, I say that, or you make the first round like best of 5 series instead of 7.
But I think that 10th and 9th seed, I don't think they need to have a chance at the playoffs. I don't think if they win.
Yeah, I don't think they really do either. But if you want to keep it, I think the first round should be best of 5 for player safety and just longevity's sake.
Yeah, that's what somebody was saying. It was like make the first round best of 5 and then make the rest best of 7.
Yeah.
For every series to be best of 7. Like who last year wanted to watch the Cavs beat the hell out of the Heat 4 straight
and get swept after that?
Yeah, basically. But they go.
Shall Cavs though.
Now let's swerve from the professional basketball to the collegiate basketball. Damn near might as well just be professional basketball as well. College basketball is back. It is going.
Let's go.
Going on on tonight as we are talking right now. Might need to turn that on because this Cowboys freaking suck. But anyway, talking about college basketball. IU fan, Kentucky fan, and Alex and Jalen is
Betting fan. Well,
betting.
more like player fan. I don't have a certified team for college.
Like player fan. Player fan. All right. Anyway.
Arizona is beating Florida right now by 5 in the second half.
Basketball?
Yes.
All right, let's talk about our bets. So we picked games for Friday and Saturday. Is that what we did?
Yes.
I picked on Friday night. I have Kansas over UNC. Alex picked Alabama over St. John's.
Yep.
And
I
Jalen
picked
Arkansas over Michigan State.
Yup, go Razorbacks.
Does anybody expect that, that Arkansas team, that Cal team to be good at all?
I feel like they'll be pretty decent. I don't think they'll be anything crazy, but they'll probably finish top half of the FCC.
Wow. Arizona beat Florida.
Yep.
93-97.
I haven't updated my scores.
Wow, that's
Auburn.
great.
Auburn's losing to Bethune right now, second half.
That's crazy.
Or up 1 or down 1, one of the two.
That is crazy. We literally just witnessed an upset. The defending national champs.
Yep.
That's crazy, bro. Louisville's beating South Carolina State by 21.
Yep.
UConn ended up winning by 24.
Yep. We play Nichols tomorrow. Excited to go watch the guys cook, hopefully.
Let's look and see Indiana men's basketball because I know they play, I think, tomorrow, Wednesday. Yep, it's Wednesday against Alabama A&M, baby.
2 heater teams we open up against, man.
Look great. Then we rock with Marquette, which should be a good game, and then we got Milwaukee. Oh no, it should be an exciting season. I'm not expecting too much out of this Indiana basketball team.
Yeah.
Dude, does Brandon Aubrey break the record right here? Do we get to the 50-yard line, and does he kick a 70-yard field goal?
Break the record that was just broken yesterday.
Cam Little broke the record. We got to talk about that right now for this little spurt.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're on college basketball, but we can talk about college basketball. It's the first day. It's exciting. We're back into it, baby. We're watching the Kentucky game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Watching the Indiana game on Wednesday. We freaking ready, baby. This weekend we got college football. We got college basketball. We got NFL Sunday, bro. We freaking ready, dog.
Are you good?
It's a great time to be a sports fan. It is a great time to be a sports fan. But now, Cam Little, 68-yard field goal. Time expired in the first half.
With
Yesterday
room to
against
spare.
Las Vegas Raider. Freaking dog. Kicked a 70-yard field goal in preseason. Probably that 68-yard field goal probably could have been good from 72. Oh, Kevontae Turpin, you freaking lovely, lovely man. Okay.
Let's see.
You might want to talk about Cam Little a little bit? Little leg.
Best leg in the league, man. What can you say?
Fuck.
He has hit the farthest field goal to ever be recorded in a football game. So he's the strongest leg. He's the most clutch. There's no kicker like him.
Speaking of like a strong.
I want Alex to retake that. I want Alex to take that back. If the
Speaking-
All right, Jalen, how can you add on to that masterpiece?
Suck a fat toe.
Does the ex-best kicker make a professional appearance next season? Justin Tucker. Do you think he's going to have a comeback?
Hopefully
As
not.
long as he gets cleared. If
Hopefully-
Deshaun Watson can be playing in the NFL, he can.
He did very bad things. Don't let him back in, please.
Well, I mean, Deshaun Watson's still on a roster, and he's just as bad.
Yeah, he's
so.
been in the league.
He might be worse because he had like 30.
Oh, did Dak just get hurt?
Yeah, ankle.
Well, so number 2 offense is about to go to a number 32 offense.
Dash not good.
Run
No.
for hold on to the ball, you freaking.
He better be okay
Get to the
because
line.
I need CD Lamb, or I
Bro,
can't
this
say
would
I
be-
can't say the
dude,
name on
would be
this,
like a
but
73-yard field goal. Hold on, we're pushing the hour mark here. Come on. Yes, go to Fergie. No way that's still running. Check it. Come on. Spike it, you freaking douche.
Alex, you gonna watch that on Saturday, that Northern Kentucky Tennessee game?
All right, here comes Aubrey, baby.
Yeah,
Here comes
okay.
Brandon Aubrey.
Why does CD Lamb only have 2 receptions, Blake? Tell your QB to throw him the ball.
Dude, George Pickens only has 2 catches. 2. He ain't throwing it to either one.
Who is he
Cameron
throwing to?
Hold
Is he
on, let's
throwing
see
to?
here. Hold on. What's this for? They said he might be breaking the record right now. It's 69 yards, maybe. And never mind, 68 yards. He can tie it. Oh, please. I don't even want to watch. I'm not watching. La 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 la. Brandon
Wait for the
Aubrey.
screen.
Brandon Aubrey. I'm not watching. I'm not watching. I'm not watching. I'm not watching. I'm not watching.
Oh, and he missed.
Pushed it, man. He sucks. See, what's he close
Not
68-yarder?
Wait,
Unlike
hold on.
kicker in the league, Cam Little.
Shut up, man. I don't want to talk about it. Dang, Brandon. Was he there? Did he have the yards?
dang, Blake. Your defense is giving up 80 yards to Marvin Harrison Jr.
All right, we done.
Are we done?
Yes, sir.
I think we covered everything.
All right, we have covered everything. Is there anybody wants to add? All right, guys. First of all, don't forget to like and subscribe. We are on the goal. We want to get to 100 subscribers. Before the end of
Yes.
Yes.
100 subscribers before the end of November. Don't
So
forget to
not only like and subscribe,
Don't forget
share,
to check in.
share, and share.
Yeah, share. Don't forget to check out the streams on Saturday or Sunday. Are we going to do Sunday again this week?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to be doing Sunday again this week, so be ready for football. Even though
Sunday's kind
Saturday
of more
football-
interesting. Sunday's kind of
even though
really
Saturday
interesting.
football streams I feel like are so much better and more fun, but we're gonna do it on Sunday. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. See y'all next week. Peace.
Peace, 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 peace.